Welcome back, everybody. It is episode 150 of the Brazilian Dragon podcast. Look how far we've come in almost 3 years, still recording in some sketchy little apartment. Actually, no, I started this in my parents' house. That's fun. Anyways, we are here 150 episodes later, still chugging along, and have we got a great show today? We are doing a panel discussion, and I'll talk about it in a second, but let me introduce our panel. First up, you last heard her on the Brazilian Dragon 2022 clip show, but in reality, she was on the Camp Rock 2, the Final Jam podcast with myself. It is the always iconic Nicole Horn. Nicole, how are you doing? What's behind the secret today?
A lot of stuff. I don't want to get into it. Feels good to be back.
Yes, how you been?
I mean, I'm living good. I'm eating good, just hanging out. I mean, it's mad brick here, as the New Yorkers say. It's been very cold, but you know what? We keep it spicy on the Brazilian Dragon podcast. I'm warmed up. Let's go.
We love to see it. Now, we have someone who you last heard also on the Brazilian Dragon clip show from 2022. But before that, it was on the sixth edition of the Brazilian Dragon games, where Chucky Finster, McGoogles, and Norman Osmond, the Green Goblin, all participated. And we had her colorful commentary keeping us going. It is Navi. Navi, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this draft thing that we're doing, but we'll figure it out.
Listen, if Navi going by the seat of her pants is not a mood, then what are we even doing? I feel like Navi's always just going with the flow.
As she should.
And lastly, you last heard him on, you guessed it, the Brazilian Dragon Best of 2022. He always likes to la his way into a podcast, like the Sunflower Girl from Monster House, which he was recapping with myself and Naomi. AJ Norris, how you doing, my king?
I have been lied. I have been deceived. I have been told to come here so we can podcast about Jump In, and then Felipe said that's not what we're doing. So I'm scared.
Are you making me a menace?
Why would you lie to me?
We did not talk about Jump In today. I mean, maybe it's on your list.
We can. Let's talk about it.
Jump In. But
I've been waiting to talk about it.
AJ's throwing hands at me, and it's not even 2 minutes into the podcast. AJ, please. I am an ally. It is Black History Month. I would not deceive you like that.
You better be an ally.
What's the other option?
Like, if you want to be my enemy, Felipe, not many people survive.
I know. I do not want to be your enemy because I know I would die. I would be like, I would be committing already. Like if I was on AJ's hit list, I'm that Kermit meme.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll just take everything you own because I'm slick like that.
I honestly believe it. AJ, no, we don't mess with AJ. There's two. If you fuck with AJ, you're dead. Like Sandra.
I respect Sandra too much to even be in the same conversation. So let's continue on the podcast.
All right. So this is discussing the premieres that you had to be there for as a kid. So we're going to be talking about like the biggest Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, nostalgia-based. You had to be there sitting like you were crisscross applesauce on the floor, 8 p.m. when whatever episode or whatever movie premiere happened. And we're going to do it draft style. We are going to find the 16 best premieres that we all loved the most. If this is a successful podcast, we might do a part 2. But I have a list. I've been checking it twice. AJ is also flying by the seat of his pants, from what I understand.
Because that is not what I did.
What did you do? You wrote notes for Jump In?
I told you I was lied to. By you.
When did I say a Jump In podcast?
Boss, don't look up our actual test. But you lied to me. Just know it.
AJ's like, oh wait, I misinterpreted the assignment.
Just know
there's a voice message with the instructions too.
Yeah. See, listen, here's the thing about voice memos. Those go away if you don't save them. So I have no proof.
You have to save them after you listen, though. So you at least listened once.
Who said? I don't have it on my test. I don't see no voice message.
It's being gaslighting. King of gaslighting.
What?
All right. So I randomized in order using the lovely website random.org. They are not a sponsor, but they should be. I am sharing my screen right now. Let's see. Who is going first? AJ said he did not want to go first, right?
Correct.
Oh no.
Oh, Nar. Oh,
AJ,
Nar.
Navi, myself, then Nicole, then it's going to go
I'm
Nicole.
last?
Yes.
Oh no. This is the worst day of my life.
This
Hey
is also
Nicole,
my
if
worst
you
day.
want, we can trade.
No,
Ooh.
Nicole,
No,
if you
Will
want,
spoke.
we can trade.
The wheel spoke. I mean, random.org, excuse me. It's an
Please,
organization. It's a
don't butcher
nonprofit.
my sponsorship dreams.
Oh my gosh.
It's
You
Intro.
can
fine.
take the second draft pick.
I mean, I would love to, but that was not God's intention right there. You can see.
God said, Nicole, you are learning how to be patient. You are going through a life change right now.
Amen.
And we are going to continue to test your patience.
I'm giving up podcasting for Lent. It's final.
Oh,
That's a crime to all of us, honestly.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, so AJ, you have the
Yeah.
floor. You are first.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see what I'm going to talk about first. All right. Okay. So here's something you had before. Okay, perfect. So back in the day, there was this great program, movies, called High School Musical. High School Musical 2.
Oh, I was gonna pick this.
Like when I told you they changed the landscape of Disney Channel for like ever. Like they had commercials, they had sing-alongs, they've had dance-alongs because of it. They had a whole ass reunion where Zac Efron didn't show. We don't talk about that one. But like High School Musical, like their existence like just changed everything and like rocketed Sharpay to households everywhere.
So which one are you picking, though?
Yes.
Which one are you picking, AJ? You cannot pick all three because one of them did not even go to Disney Channel. You had to buy a movie ticket for it.
I only said 2 movies. I didn't say 3.
You didn't mention the third one. Maybe you were talking about the franchise as a whole and what it created, but
Fair enough. But I'm choosing 1 and 2. Okay. And
you cannot pick both. You cannot pick both.
Felipe, this is my podcast. I do what I want. So
I mean, you had to be there.
Podcast?
You had
Are
to
was
be
there.
there.
AJ?
Huh?
Are you Brazilian?
Why, yes. I'm feisty. I'm fiery. Do you want to mess with me?
Abby
No,
Maria is his
but not-
cousin.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Nicole and Navi. Do you think AJ should be allowed to have both High School Musical 1 and High School Musical 2? Because they premiered on different days.
It's
I
the same.
mean, so number 1 on my board was the High School Musical 2 premiere because there were so many elements. First, we got to vote Miley Cyrus into the movie. Everyone was waiting to see who the audience picked to be in the guest starring role. And then you had Phineas and Ferb right after. Like that night
premiere of
was
Phineas and Ferb.
iconic. But also like the OG one, my ass was sitting down for that one too, January 20th, 2006, baby.
Yes.
Where were you?
Where were you?
Well, High School
You can
Musical
give
2
them
was on
both.
my list. High School Musical
Yeah.
2 and the Phineas and Ferb premiere was on my list. So I guess I was more invested in that one. If I had first pick, that was what I was gonna pick.
Well, see, here's the thing with Felipe. I offered not to be first pick. And because I'm first pick, I get to do what I
Well,
want.
Nicole didn't want to trade with you. Nicole was respecting God. Do you want to disrespect God?
And God said, AJ, you should have 2 picks.
Are you really a Brazilian if you're gonna disrespect God?
Oh my goodness.
Listen, if you want to scrap, homie, we could talk off this podcast.
No, because I am not flying to Atlanta to go get beat up.
Baby, I will fly over to California to beat up someone.
You will spend your money? Well, I mean, you're gonna win anyway.
Well, I've done petty shit that costs more money.
No, we should all fly to Rio and have a dance battle.
Ooh,
Just like those
yeah.
kids on
Ball?
TikTok.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. I would love to do that.
Tomorrow.
All right, so Navi, how do you feel? Do you think AJ should have both High School Musical and High School Musical 2?
Well, you did say it is Black History Month, so as respect for that.
So, consensus is AJ gets both, but none of us are happy about it.
I'm happy for AJ. It's been
Thank
a
you,
long time
Navi.
since we talked.
All right,
by
but
the
does this
way.
include the Phineas and Ferb premiere or no?
No, it does
No.
not.
So, okay, well, I'm not gonna just pick High School Musical 2 night for Phineas and Ferb. No, that's chaotic. Navi, you're up next. Unless you have anything to say about High School Musical as a franchise, because yes, this was game changing. High School Musical 2 has the biggest Disney Channel premiere with 17 million viewers on premiere night. And yeah, so it's like historic, great. I think it's the best of the three.
I
You can at
agree.
me. And
I
I'm still
haven't even
waiting.
watched the third one, but I agree.
Wow.
Navi.
Shame,
Well, maybe
shame,
if
Well,
we
that's
do
a
shame.
great
podcast
start to Navi's
where
turn
you
for more
talk about the
controversy.
third one, and then I can watch it blind for the first time, and you can get my direct thoughts on it. Just saying, that's an option.
Navi's thinking about the content. We do stand.
Yes. You're welcome.
All right. AJ's keeping track in the comments. AJ 1, High School Musical 1 and 2.
I just want at the end of this podcast for people to know who had the best team, and it was me because I'm starting off great.
Okay, Navi, let's go to you next for your first pick.
All right. We're going back to April 14th, 2012.
She's got the dates.
On the Nickelodeon channel. It is an animated show, an animated sequel to a previous show. We are talking The Legend of Korra season 1 premiere. Welcome to Republic
Ooh.
City.
Okay,
Ooh, good answer, as Nicole would say.
it's Steve Harvey.
Yes. So Navi, talk a little bit about your pick.
Okay, so first off, like, just to not bury the lead here, a lot of people say that The Legend of Korra is not as good as Avatar: The Last Airbender, and generally speaking, I agree. But I still think there are good aspects to The Legend of Korra, and I think the premiere really hits it on the head as to why it is really good at establishing what happened in between, like, the 60 years or whatever that happened between Aang being the Avatar, and then he died, and then Korra came about, and it's just a good time.
No lies were spoken.
Yeah, I definitely did not just go over the Wikipedia page.
Navi is a historian, actually. She only
Yes.
uses the finest of sources.
Only.
Yes. I could have done the
Noodlebib.com?
fandom but no, just Wikipedia.
No. You didn't add your sources to Noodlebib. Did anyone else have to do that in school?
Noodlebib.
What's
What's a noodle
You're
bib?
just making things up.
Noodlebib. Noodle
Oh, I had
Tools.
Easy Bib. Oh, Noodle Tools.
Noodle tools.
The only noodles I know are mac and cheese, baby.
Baby. We stand pasta in this house.
Interesting.
Korra is that girl, though. Korra is that girl.
Korra, we love to see Korra. My hot take is that Korra's underrated, and season 1 might be better than one of the Avatar seasons. I don't know. I need to
Only
think about
one of them.
Only one.
Yeah, no.
The first one?
No, I love the first one. That was my childhood, so nostalgia. I don't know. I think Korra is underrated, and people like to dunk on it, but I think Korra season 2 can be a little weak, but season 4 is better than people gave it credit for. And Korra is that girl, and I like the fact that Korra talks about PTSD and like other more adult themes. She's queer. Also, she's just a badass. And we love Korra in this house, and I want nothing but the best for Miss Girly. And this is a great pick. It was not on my radar personally because I was not crisscross applesauce for it. Just because I don't think I had ever like followed into the Avatar universe once it ended. But I love Korra as a recent fan of it. AJ, what do you think about Miss Korra and her friends?
I have said all I need to say.
He has not watched Korra.
Nope. Nicole, was Korra on your list?
It was not on my list, but if you don't like Korra, it's giving misogyny. That's that girl.
It is. It is giving misogyny. Yeah. No, I think Korra was not on my list just for my personal experience, but like I think it's very like it makes sense. It has like a big premiere. People, the Avatar girlies all showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know the Avatar podcast people. They were all like crisscross applesauce for it.
They shaved their heads, put an arrow on their head for the premiere. Had to show out.
Yeah, Avatar
burned half their face in honor of Zuko.
Yeah. So is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we are going to traverse all the way back to May 7th, 2004. Navi inspired me with the dates. This was, I think Nicole might be stressing out a little bit.
I'm
She might have-
sweating.
It is the crossover to defeat all crossover events. The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Oh, you got my ass again.
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. You had to be there.
You
These
had
two
to.
nerdy boys, one dumb, one smart, crisscross applesauce into each other's universes. We got to see Sheen interact with Fudgehead. Jimmy's Fudgehead. Cosmo interact with Fudgehead. Sheen interact with Bulgy Boy or Bulby Boy. So it's the crossover to defeat all crossovers. Like, you can miss me with your New Girl Brooklyn Nine-Nine crossovers. You can miss me with what's another crossover that I can't think of?
I'm not gonna say it because I have another crossover on my list.
Me too. Shit.
Same. But this is the best crossover of all time, and you can fight me if I'm wrong. AJ, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I feel like this is a top tier crossover. This was actually one of the first things I thought of when you told me what this project we were enduring on. So like, this was something I was really hyped on. I remember being disturbed with seeing the Fairly Odd Parents in the style of Jimmy Neutron, and like very pleasantly surprised with the Jimmy Neutron style of Fairly Odd Parents. Like, it was so good seeing these two people from two different worlds just finally interact.
In hindsight, the Jimmy Neutron animation style is wonky.
Oh, very wonky. Especially Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron. That was disturbing. His head was so round and like bubbly. It's not okay.
I'm bulgy. That's what he kept saying. And also, they disrespected Goddard in this movie. But we had to see it so we could see this iconic crossover. And we got to see the real debate of science or magic. Lost could never.
Lost could literally never.
Science.
Lost found dead in a ditch.
Navi, what do you think of the Timmy Power Hour?
No, I think it's a solid pick. I just didn't even bother putting it on my list because I figured someone else would take it before me anyway. So
no, you had it. You could have taken it from us.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I didn't even bother putting it on the list. I let the normies take their picks, and I'll have my leader pick.
You gonna take that?
I mean,
and I'll be extra with my picks.
Yeah, Navi's here for the weebs.
Yeah, the amount of like weeb shit I had to cut out because I'm like, no one's gonna get this.
Fair.
Only Navi had to be there.
Navi, at the end, if you want to read your list of weeb things, you can share some of those.
Okay, well now I have to type them all out again.
Nicole, what you say about the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour before we go to your first pick?
I mean, it was the biggest Oscar snub of 2004, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy snub too.
Emmy snubbed, Grammy snubbed, Tony snubbed. It should have gotten the EGOT.
Should have gotten the Nobel Peace Prize.
For real, it really solved all of the debate in the world. World peace was achieved during the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour period.
Now, would y'all rather go to Danville or Retroville if you had to pick one?
I mean, Danville. I want to go to the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You don't know that man. He fracks.
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly.
I would like to go to Sam's Ice Cream Bar, but too much chaotic stuff happens in Retroville. Whereas, and like, they have to hire cleanup. Whereas in Danville, sorry. Yeah, Danville.
Retroville? Oh.
Dimsdale, sorry.
Dimsdale.
What's Danville?
Sounds like from Connecticut somewhere.
It's you podcast about this show, Felipe.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Phineas and Ferb? I thought that was the tri-state area.
I had a major brain fog moment. I was like, what? Where do I know? Dimsdale, they have cleanup crew with a swish of a wand. So, like, you don't have to, no one has to be paid to clean up Timmy Turner's messes. Cosmo want to just use magic. Whereas Retroville, they probably have to have a Jimmy Neutron budget.
The sanitation budget through the roof.
Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Nicole, where are you going with your first pick?
I would be going somewhere way different if God gave me the gift of picking first. But whatever.
I mean, God did give you the option. You just chose to reject AJ's offer.
I mean, that's no fun. I mean, I deal with enough rejection in my everyday life. I didn't want to be rejected again with
Have a partner.
Oz, you've actually rejected me on the podcast when I asked for you the first spot.
It's fine. It's fine. I refuse to acknowledge what happened 20 minutes ago. It's a new minute. I'm living in the
It's a New York
future.
minute.
Yeah, period. I should put that on the. Oh, I didn't even write down any of the Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen movies. God, what was I thinking?
No one would have been fighting you for them.
That's tea right there. When I'm like racking my brain in like round 4. Okay, so I guess because I have 2 picks, suck on that. We can start with the other crossover that I'm sure is on everybody's board. I'm going with That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
Oh my god!
I mean, of course. Where were you when you saw Raven walk into the Tipton, her hanging out with Maddie, her freaking out over London Tipton? I like never even like put it in my head that like London is famous because she's like a Paris Hilton type.
Yeah.
And then Hannah Montana walking in and Cody and Zach making fun of Raven for having visions. It was, you had to be there. I was there. And I forgot that there were like multiple episodes of like, I know Hannah Montana had a lead-in episode. That's So Raven had a lead-in episode. Because when I put it on to watch it a couple of days ago, I was like, wait, there's backstory here that I'm not getting. You had to go back and watch. I didn't go back and watch all the lead-in episodes, but the actual That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, it was giving. And what a time to be alive. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm sorry.
AJ, let's go to you first for reactions.
Bonjour! Like, oh my god, that was so iconic. Like, I loved every moment of it. I do believe personally the Hannah Montana segment was the weakest of the 3. But like, it was so great getting to see all these people get to interact. Like Raven being the fashion designer, them fighting over her dress, Zach and Cody being in this mess. Like, it was so good. Like, I own that on DVD. Full stop. Like, that's how much I like. I was like.
Crack it on in the background.
I don't have a DVD player anymore. But when I had a DVD player, baby, just know I used the F out of that DVD.
We love to see it. Miss Navi, do you have reactions?
Well, this crossover event was so good. They did it again a bunch of years later, but instead with the spin-off to Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Wizards of Waverly Place, and then Hannah Montana was still in there because Hannah
Wizards on
Montana
Deck with Hannah
ran
Montana,
forever.
Which might be, who knows? It could be Nicole's next pick.
Whoa.
Just doubling down on it.
I love people who double down.
I mean, I choose to live in the land that Sweet Life on Deck never existed. I mean, I love a cruise,
Rude.
but
You just got back from a cruise.
I mean, Debbie Ryan was just not that girl. I'm sorry.
That's true.
She will never be
prefer
Maddie.
I do
Maddie.
prefer Maddie. But we did get a Maddie cameo episode.
We did, and that could be on someone's list.
It's not on mine. Spoiler alert.
Also not on mine.
Same.
Up for grabs. It's up for grabs. I know it's highly coveted.
Yeah, no, I had that on my list. I also had the Wizards on Deck, so maybe we'll see if I take that with my next pick. Unless Nicole swipes it from me.
Oh my god, you think I'm going back-to-back crossovers? What is this, a crossover episode?
This is a crossover of the Two Can't Keep What You Doing High School Musical Camp Rock girlies. I don't know.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what I was thinking, word for word.
Actually, the crossover is the Two Can't Keep What You Doing in the Big Brother house.
Oh, period.
Nicole did cover Big Brother 7 once upon a time on the Brazilian Dragon podcast.
Wow.
If you're a real Brazilian Dragon girly, you'll know that.
Yeah, that was a time in my life.
My favorite part of that podcast series was you judging all of the bedrooms.
I mean, some of the bedrooms were giving. I mean, Janelle's pink room, that's seared into my memory. You had to be there for that.
Some of the other explosion.
Yeah, James Ryan, I just remember his room was ugly as hell. Waste of a graphic design budget, period.
All right, so Nicole, where are you going with your next pick?
Okay, I'm pretty sure we've all been thinking about it this whole time, but you had to be there for the Disney Channel games. It was so
Oh.
epic. Oh my god.
Disney Channel
That
games.
was the crossover episode. I guess I am going back to back crossovers. Like they even had like the Irrelevants on that. Like they had
The
the
irrelevant.
Mean Girls from Hannah Montana were in it. Anna Maria Perez Tagli, Queen.
Don't talk about Miss Ella from Camp Rock like that.
But I'm just saying they had like everybody. Jason Earls was there. Like
Mhm.
Jason Earls was like
on
40.
everything.
Yeah, that's true. He was like 40 trying to be a teenager, but he was still getting his life. Like that was
I mean, he's
a
still
great
getting
time
his
to be
Disney
alive.
Channel coin. He was on High School Musical, the musical series, season 3, which AJ neglected to talk about when he was talking about the High School Musical franchise.
I made my statement. I stand by it.
I mean, he already was talking about High School Musical 1 and 2. You wanted him to talk about the spinoffs?
Yeah.
He can't
Like, if
have
you want me
everything.
to add Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, I will happily do.
One thing I want to ask you, Nicole, was Arissa Cox robbed from being in the Disney Channel games?
Yes! Where was her green shirt? Her and Miley, imagine them being teammates. That would have been so epic.
Yes. She should have been the host.
She should have. Oh my god.
Low-key, Arwen, we didn't need him.
Oh, I'm like, I can't believe I even forgot that he was the host. Every time I
Maybe
see
Mr.
Erwin in like a
Mosby.
random, he's always in like commercials these days. I'm like, this man was once the host of the Disney Channel games, and now he's doing Geico commercials. Rob King.
See, at least Mr. Mosby, we don't talk about his past, but he's at least directing an EP on iCarly.
I mean, did he kill a guy? Is that what we're not talking
Yeah,
about?
we're not talking about that.
Did Miss Mosby killed a guy?
AJ, go to Wikipedia, go look up Phil Lewis.
Phil Lewis murder.
Did he forget how to use his Pringle?
From
AJ's
what
doing
I
some research.
understand, I believe it is vehicular manslaughter, was it not?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is what
Pringle.
The
Pringle.
Prindle.
it is. He did not know how to use the Prindle.
Damn. I hope he's doing well.
I mean, he
That's
is.
what
He's getting his coin on iCarly.
New iCarly?
Yes, new iCarly.
New iCarly.
AJ, did you not know iCarly was rebooted?
I didn't know he was on it.
No, he's a director and I think a producer of it.
Ah, fair enough.
Okay, artistic director. Did not know he had it in him.
Yes. You know he's doing that multicam setup like a boss.
I mean, if he can manage the lobby of the Tipton Hotel, he can manage a TV show.
Valid. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He was also in Special Agent Oso, I believe.
King, that
Yes.
show underrated. Special Agent Oso. Oso
Mhm.
Another
is
one,
there
which
in
is like
Spanish.
the Disney Channel Kids version, like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Easter episode.
Pause. Don't talk about that one.
Oh. AJ doesn't
Bad
like it?
memories.
All right. So is it my turn again, or did everyone say what they needed to say about the Disney Channel games?
Yes.
There's endless things I could say about it.
I saw a meme during the World Cup that the Disney Channel games was the yassification of the World Cup.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
a question. How would the Disney Channel games competitors do on American Ninja Warrior or Sasuke, if you prefer to call it?
Oh, they'd
that?
all lose.
Yeah.
No, every time I watch American Ninja Warrior, I see like the first challenge is like the steps that they have to run across. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would break my ankle on the first step. I don't see Emily Osment doing any better than that.
Listen, don't disrespect. You know that Jason Dolly would crush Wipeout.
Oh my god, Jason Dolly, love him, King.
Whatever happened to what's not Mariah Paris Balenciaga? That's not her name, but the lady from Cory in the House. What's her name? I want to know what she's up to these days.
Madison Pettis.
Pettit.
No, not her. The other one,
The other one,
There's more than one.
Mariah
Oh.
Walsh.
Mariah Walsh. She was gorgeous. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like a model now.
She was on Switch at Birth. She was in the Lifetime original movie Killer Dream Home along
Oh.
John DeLuca in 2020. So she's a Lifetime girly now, it looks like.
She was in the Starving Games. Yeah.
She was in Girls from Ipanema. What is this?
Okay, girl from
Period
Ipanema.
drama from Brazil. She's not
You
Brazilian.
got to get her on the podcast.
Yes, this is going to be what we cover next. Nicole,
Jump in.
let's cover this.
Stands are crying.
Like
The jumping girlies are upset. Okay, since
me,
you
I'm
jump in
the
and then
jumping
we'll do
girlies.
Girls from Ipanema. All right.
With guest star Madison Walsh, Mariah
Yeah.
Walsh.
Mariah
I'm so
Walsh,
sorry.
please.
Girly, I'm so sorry if you're listening to this. Love you.
All
Loved
right,
you and
so
Cory
is
in
it
the
my
house.
turn?
Yes.
All right. So I have a couple things that I'm staring at on my list because I don't want them to get taken. I think the one that I feel like might get taken first is where I'm going next. I am gonna go with a premiere from. This was a television film that premiered on January 6th, 2006. Just a
Not
mere
January 6th.
days.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
this was a mere days before High School Musical, like about a week and a half, maybe two. Drake and Josh Go Hollywood.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
great one.
Yes, and
Yeah, you kind of ate that.
I
Gotta
was
Google
like,
that.
okay, I think Nicole or AJ or Navi might take this. I don't know how on the radar it is, like if you're just listening to the podcast, but this was something that like I was making my list, and this was like lower in the list, so it wasn't top of mind. But I'm like, this is a good steal for a round two. I think this like is a good pick.
Yeah, this is probably where it should go. Is
Yeah,
this the really
Nicole-
big shrimp?
No, that's the other one.
Because that's the one that's on my board, but I'm not gonna
See,
say
Drake
it
and Josh
now.
Go Hollywood is the one where like they get Megan on the wrong plane to Denver, and then they have to go and they have the hotel, and then they're in the whole like scheme. They're like they have to like go undercover and go to the fake mint. So y'all don't remember Drake and Josh Go Hollywood?
Nope, I had to Google it.
No way. Were you also thinking of the really big shrimp?
I was thinking of the big shrimp.
I mean, that shrimp was really big.
It was really big. It was a big shrimp.
You need like a
I
whole
was-
bowl of cocktail sauce.
All right, so I guess maybe I picked the wrong Drake and Josh movie, but this is the one that lives rent free in my head. I think this
No,
is a
I
much better
remember it.
movie.
I sat down. I was sat.
yeah.
I
Was
was-
that crisscross applesauce, or were you more like laying down on your tummy, like?
I was doing headstands on the couch.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on Drake and Josh Go Hollywood? Miss Navi, how did you feel about it?
I really liked it. I was also thinking of the giant shrimp. Not gonna lie.
Am I the oldest person on this podcast? I
But
bet Will Davis was out there like agreeing with me somewhere.
I thought I
No,
was
he is.
older, but maybe
Navi,
not.
aren't you younger than me?
I
I'm 25
was,
and a half.
I'm also 20. I'm gonna turn 26. In
Oh, I thought you were a 98 baby for whatever reason. Okay.
no, 97. Suck it. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, so Navi
Don't,
is
please
older
don't
than
suck
me.
it.
And I'm the one with all the hip pain.
Well, it's
From
okay. I
carrying
had
the
like really
pregnancy.
bad back pain like last month,
Okay.
but this month it is not around. So I guess
we love
I
that
God is
for
good.
you.
rest.
That is called
Yes.
growth.
Yes, I've strengthened my spine muscles or whatever.
We
She's
love
in
to
her
see it.
healing era.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of Navi healing, you're about to massacre one of our lists. So, let's-
Honestly, I kind of doubt that I'm going to massacre anyone's list.
I agree.
Yes. Thank you, AJ.
No, I'm just saying
uh-huh.
my list is like very out there.
Okay. Okay, folks. We are going back to Friday, September 15th, 2006.
Yes.
It is a
Ooh.
made-for-TV animated film.
I know what
it
it is. I know what it
technically-
is. Can I guess?
It
Can I
technically
guess?
it technically serves as the series finale, even though it
It's
wasn't like
Danny
part of the
Phantom's
episode.
finale, right?
No,
Oh.
Nice.
it is the movie known as Teen Titans: Trouble in Tokyo.
Ah, that was on my list. Wait, you
Wow,
said
gag.
September 15th?
What's up?
Did you say September 15th?
Yes.
That is also a day from a Danny Phantom episode. So I think it
We are
was
talking about
Danny
Cartoon
Phantom.
Network, Felipe.
No, I know, but okay. So I did have that on my list. Teen Titans: Trouble in Tokyo, the Starfire centered film.
Yes.
Talk about it, Navi.
Well, I was very upset when I learned that Teen Titans would not go on for more than 3 or 4 seasons.
Mhm.
But I thought that this film put a great bow on this series, and we finally got to see Robin and Starfire kiss, and honestly, that's all that really matters to me.
Yes.
Sexy.
I am a Teen Titans guy. I love the show.
Love the
I'm
theme
kind-
song.
Mhm.
Great
Theme song was robbed.
That is a
by-
Nicole problem, not a me problem. I didn't. Let me see if I can find that document. I don't know even what it was up against. I know it was in the first corner. But no, Teen Titans: Trouble in Tokyo is a great movie. I had that on my list, so I got to cross it off. That's one of the episodes that I actually wanted to rewatch last night, like when I was looking at things, and then I ended up passing out. I was watching clips more so than anything, and then I was like, oh, let me put this on, and then I put it on for 2 minutes, and I felt my eyes like about to fall asleep. So I was like, I'll watch this in the morning. And then we all know myself, I'm not a morning person. I did not. So I was on my list. Quickly around the horn, who's everyone's favorite Teen Titan?
Beast Boy.
Ben 10.
Shut up, Nicole. Stop it.
I did love Beast Boy, but I think I was a Robin guy. Starfire was one of my first cartoon crushes, though. For Felipe trivia, next time we do that, keep that in mind, someone. If we ever do. AJ is not paying attention.
I'm paying perfect attention.
Yes, but we love the Teen Titans. I actually watched Teen Titans go to the movies for the first time this week with my friend Josh because it filmed on my workplace. It was a fun time. It actually came out on my 21st birthday. So yeah.
Now I know that Nicole has Ben 10 on her list somewhere.
Yes.
The Ben 10 theme song, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's another show I want to do a rewatch
recently.
For. What?
The Ben 10 theme song was viral on TikTok recently.
As it should be. It started with an alien.
What?
Thirst traps?
What? People were doing thirst traps to the Ben 10 theme song. You had to be there.
Please send them my way.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yeah.
No, I want to laugh at them.
For a second, my brain was like, are they horny for Wild Mutt? Because they need to go see a doctor for that.
No, they would do this move where they'd like lick and go, and then smack their wrist. It was really sexual.
Ew, it gives me the ick. Anyways.
I guess this is a call to action for us to go on these TikToks and then bully them.
Navi supports bullying.
I do.
Me too.
I'm pro-bullying.
Did you see that we bullied Netflix into not doing their shenanigans?
No, they were like, we're just kidding. Can't you see I was kidding? I'm like, no, sorry. We saw you. I caught you slipping.
All right. AJ, do you have your next pick ready, or are we still talking about Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo?
Here's the thing about Trouble in Tokyo. I did not realize that was like going to be the end of Teen Titans, like full stop. So I was just enjoying my good old time, my good old life.
Season 5 is a great season of television. Let me just say, season 3 also pops off. I can't remember season 4's specific storyline, but Teen Titans never missed.
Oh,
like, name a bad episode of Teen Titans. I'll wait. Unless something doesn't hold up, I'm not held accountable.
Teen Titans was my childhood, and if something didn't hold up, it sounds about right. Okay, but
remember the episode with the tofu patties? And he was like,
that
forget
was
the vegans.
Episode.
Stab.
I don't know.
That episode lives rent free in my head.
Wait, is Beast Boy not vegan?
He's vegan.
Oh, okay. I forget what the crime was, that they were tofu patties or that they weren't. They were meat. I don't know. Anyways.
Greta Thunberg dupe.
All right, AJ, we go to you next for we come to this place for AJ's next pick.
So based on something you said to me earlier, I'm going to already mark this off my list, and this is not going to be counting, but I did have Teen Titans go to the movies on my list. But in particular, the final credit scene when the original Teen Titans was like, "We're coming back," basically.
I saw that movie a couple months ago. Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go.
Well, I was in the theater and when it happened, and that got a pop. It was like, oh my god, they're coming back. That's exciting. But like, I don't know what happened after that.
You didn't watch the movie? There's a movie, Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
No, but like my number 8 pick though. I'm happy this one's coming back to me because this was also one of the first things I thought of. So it was Wizards of Waverly Place. The thing we hyped up the entire time, it was the Family Wizard competition, baby.
Oh, no! I almost picked that. You mean the Wizards of Waverly Place movie? Or the finale? Okay, I just need to get clarity because they're two different things.
Yeah, because there was one where they were in Hawaii and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But like, here's the thing, right? Was I a sociopath for being like, Mats must win this competition? Yes, I was. Was Mats ever going to win the competition?
Hell no.
Exactly. But it was like crazily close between all of them, especially Alex and Justin. I still call foul on the fact that Justin got to keep his powers, but that's a different story. But like that was hyped up for of the century. Like people were ready for the like the Disney Channel games had nothing on the Family Wizard competition. Like people were so ready.
Well,
But
not
the
only
Disney
that,
Channel games were real.
Wizards of Waverly Place had 3 or 4, maybe even 5 things that I had on my list for like you had to be there. Wizards of Waverly Place. Remember the episode that she was going to tell Harper? That was like a big hype up moment.
Iconic.
There was
Yes.
the episode that they like revealed to the world that they were wizards or whatever. That was like
Iconic.
season 4 premiere, I think. Like there was the whole like 4-part like there was the wizards versus vampires versus werewolves episode. So like so many wizards moments could be on this countdown. Plus the aforementioned Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana. So
Yes.
Wizards 8. Wizards is the best Disney Channel show in my opinion, and you can come at me.
That's
It's
the
up there.
Raven stands have their pitchforks ready to go.
And that's okay, but they also have to realize that the Latino boy is gonna stand with the Latinos. That
Period.
no, I'm an ally. I'm an ally.
I was about to
The
say during
parents
Black
of
History Month,
Wizard.
like
Yeah. No, I was gonna say they had the sexiest parents in all of the Disney Channel land.
I mean, talk about the iCloud.
I mean, he was the finest, she was the realest.
Nicole's been Googling on the David DeLuise interwebs.
David DeLuise, the son of Dom DeLuise. We love a Nepo baby.
We love to see it. He was in This Is Us in the last season, and he was a racist.
No! During Black History Month?
No, to Latinos. He was racist to Latinos.
Okay.
So,
funny.
no, it's not a major spoiler, but Miguel, in his flashback episode, we see that he sent in 2 resumes to the same company, one as Michael and one as Miguel, and he was interviewed as Michael. And he was like, okay, but it's the same resume. Why didn't you bring in Miguel? You can call me Miguel. And David DeLuise is the interviewer.
Well, no offense, I would throw out both of those resumes because it's giving plagiarism.
So Wizards of Waverly Place, iconic. It is perfection. Wasn't there supposed to be a rewatch podcast with David DeLuise and Jennifer Stone that they announced a couple months ago?
Really?
Love Jennifer Stone.
Jennifer Stone's great.
She went to
Harper's
the awards.
outfits?
What's that?
Heidi Klum
hat.
is shaking.
Yes. Like modern day drag queens could never.
They wish. RuPaul found dead.
Yeah.
She saw Harper
He's
stomping
facts
down the
too.
runway.
RuPaul and Doug Dimmadome holding
Doug
hands,
Dimmadome.
fracking together.
Frackers United. It's their new union. It's their new podcast.
Navi, any thoughts on Wizards?
No, I this is a really solid pick. Good job, AJ.
Okay,
Thank you.
AJ, where are you going next?
So I am going to talk about another iconic TV show from
Oh.
Disney Channel. Disney Channel. I was like, what's
As you
Disney
should,
Channel?
period.
It is. I am talking about the That's So Raven, but in particular, the episode where Raven Simone meets her country ass cousins.
I had this on DVD.
That was
I feel like a lot of these shows they meet their country cousins. Like, didn't like Debbie Ryan meet her country people in one episode? And also
Listen.
Hannah Montana had an episode with that.
But listen, who was the originator? It was Raven D. Simone.
Do you know
And
the name of the episode or the premiere date?
It's Country Cousins. Sometime in 2005, July 29th, 2005.
When Raven had to milk that cow,
Baby.
comedy was born. Richard Pryor, George Carlin, they weren't shit until Raven milked that cow.
Baby. Tell them like the versatility of Raven Simone to play so many different people.
She played a baby.
A whole ass baby. And we also had what was it? Kim Whitley was also in this episode, killing it. What's her name? The girl who replaced Maddie as the candy counter girl.
Debbie
Oh
Ryan?
my god, what's her face?
Yeah, what's her name?
Nia.
Yeah, Nia, whatever her. Yeah, like she killed it there too. Like,
And they
baby.
were hating. They were hating on Raven. But
Giovanni Samuels.
Yep.
The actor.
Exactly.
that girl, she was on all that too. That girl.
Baby.
She needs a comeback. She's iconic.
Give her a
Yes,
podcast.
100%. She's great.
Give her a podcast. You know the story she would have?
No, I think I followed her at TikTok at one point because she was popping up all the time. I was like, baby.
She deserves.
Oh, y'all know they had a Raven's Home, a Country Cousin Christmas episode?
No way.
No, they did not. They did not.
Pause. We're all gonna go watch that, and we'll come back.
I love that so much with my entire heart. Like, Felipe, it broke generations. The cousins.
They
We love
ended
to see it.
generational trauma.
And Bianca, what is that?
Oh my gosh. I love
Anyone else have anything to say about the country cousins?
There's nothing else to be said. It was giving. Wait, remember when they broke the floor and they were all so
Oh
mad?
my God.
Raven could not win in that episode.
it. She couldn't.
The gravy boat. The gravy boat. People that
Oh.
have no idea what we're talking about are probably like turning this off. But the gravy boat, you had to be there.
Like, if y'all don't know what you're talking about, go to Disney Plus. Watch that episode because, baby, it will change your life forever.
Justice for Victor. He never stole that gravy boat.
He did. And those motherfuckers holding against his goddamn daughter. But, you know,
She didn't
We
do
rock with them.
anything. Justice.
justice.
Baby likes the gravy.
EGOT for that episode, please.
Please.
All right, Navi, unless you have anything else to say about That's So Raven or the gravy episode. Sorry, the cousins episode.
No, just like another solid. That took me back. Oh my god, I just had like fucking flashbacks.
Another
Oh.
episode of That's So Raven that lives rent free that's not on my list is the one
Mm.
where she becomes the art statue.
Yeah,
Oh my
and she
God.
starts sweating.
What?
All right, Navi,
So we are going.
where are the weeds taking us?
Okay. Well, maybe this is kind of weep shit. I don't know. This is the final season that aired over 10 plus years after the previous season. And a lot of people were looking forward to this final conclusion to this story. I am talking about Samurai Jack season 5, where he grows a
Ooh.
gnarly ass beard.
Ooh.
And
It's
there's
just
also
some
like
weird shit.
time travel shenanigans. It's like a whole thing, but it was so good. So good.
Yes, Navi is our big Samurai Jack girly on the podcast. Unless you know, Nicole's a secret Samurai Jack fan.
I'm a samurai head. Are you kidding?
Yes.
That's my girl.
Do y'all
I
remember
was-
Fusion Frenzy or Fusion Fall, whatever it was? Like and Samurai Jack like lived rent free, like his character design for that computer game lived rent free in my head. But Navi, or AJ, sorry, I interrupted you.
I don't remember. Homeboy. What's his name? I had to Google. Okay, Aku gave me nightmares.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Why are you re-traumatizing yourself?
I had to, and I was like, oh my god. But like honestly, I remember like the hype around the return of Samurai Jack like was prevalent. Like
Mhm.
when I tell you, like my dad talked to me about that coming. No, like did I watch it? The answer is no, I did not watch the last season. But no, Samurai Jack was like such a pivotal part of my childhood. Like
Mhm.
it was so good. It felt that I guess if that makes you a weeb, that felt that weeb position in my brain, Navi. Because maybe I think that was a good pick.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's wild. I just found out this show was inspired by Kung Fu, the 90s, 70s show that I talk about sometimes.
Oh.
Ooh.
But we love Samurai Jack in this house. Aku was very scary indeed. Samurai Jack also had a fun computer game outside of the Cartoon Network Fusion Fall one. So that's my biggest memories, more from the games than actually the show. Nicole, how'd you feel about Samurai Jack ending?
I didn't watch it live, but I did go back a few months ago just because it was recommended on HBO Max, and I watched the whole thing.
Mhm.
Great show. Like, this is
I know,
for children.
right?
No, this is for my adult ass.
We'd love to see
Oh,
it. We'd love-
iconic.
Yes.
I forgot the part where he grew the beard, but I guess I got a great excuse to rewatch.
Yes.
I love a man with facial hair.
Me too.
we'd love to
Taste.
see
The
that.
taste jumped out.
Mhm.
Why do you think I have a beard?
Samurai Jack coated.
Yes. No, so I am ready to make my next pick. Am I? I actually don't know. So when Navi talked about Teen Titans, she mentioned September 15th, 2006. I was worried that she was going to be taking this, which I don't actually think is going to be my pick yet, because I don't think Nicole will pick it. So we'll see if it comes back to me. September 16th, 2005, the Ultimate Enemy episode of Danny Phantom, which is a time travel episode.
Ooh.
But I don't think I'm gonna pick that because on my list,
YM.
on my
No, I'm
list,
kidding.
I need to take. I'm between two, and I think one of them Nicole is more likely to take. But if I don't take it now, it might not get back to me. But Nicole could take the other one too, and I think
You never know, but with me, I'm always doing something crazy. Expect the
Okay, I'm
unexpected,
gonna gamble
biatch.
on the one that's more important to me, and like I would rather have this on my team. It is the SpongeBob 24-hour marathon best day ever premiere.
That was a time. That was a time. Oh my
Mhm.
Where you
god.
got to rank all the episodes, or like you got to pick your favorite episode, and then they did the 100 episode countdown. And at the end, they did the best day ever. It was the best day ever marathon. Oh, let me go look it up. What day it was?
That's the
Was this
natural
on
enemy
anyone's
of
radar,
the.
or did I just like make a mistake taking this over whatever?
Well, I had another SpongeBob moment, but the 24 hours of TV is the natural enemy of the worldwide day of play.
Yeah. Oh my god, the worldwide day of
Red
play.
opposite.
You know what I did on the worldwide day of play? I changed the channel and watched the Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo one day.
As you should. What was I gonna do? Play in the street? Kick a rock down the road?
Oh yeah, you're from New York. I at least had a backyard.
No, I had a backyard. Don't worry, don't worry.
I will say
What do you
worldwide
think I
day
was
of play was my
doing?
next pick.
No!
Like I feel like we all had that like combined like emotions of turning on Nickelodeon and then saying go outside. like that was like the most annoying shit ever.
They
Like,
got my ass.
You just changed the channel.
here's the thing, right?
That's why
I did go outside and play because like almost every time I went to Disney Channel and Cartoon Network, I was like, they're not playing nothing good. Like nothing good is on.
And it's still the daytime, so it's like all the kid shows. I'm like, I could watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but like I can't be seen in the second grade watching baby shows.
Agreed. Like exactly. But yeah. What's this?
All right. Did anyone else have this on their radar though?
I did.
Mhm.
Okay. So
No, but iconic. And it is the best day ever. Anytime I'm podcasting.
it was November
best day
9th,
ever.
2006 and ended November 10th, 2006. I can read down the episode, or I'll just read down the top 10 SpongeBob episodes that they decided by the viewers. So, number 10, Have You Seen This Snail? The Gary episode.
Oh.
Number 9, Selling Out. Now, number 8 was Patrick Smart Pants. Number 7 was the camping episode.
Iconic.
Oh, the
New
spaghetti
Leaf.
episode.
I don't remember New Leaf off the top of my head.
It's when like SpongeBob. Is that when he becomes normal? No, you'll know it when you know it. I know it.
Yeah, no, I don't know it by name. Ghost Host is number 5. Number 4 is the Krusty Towers. Number 3 is Dunces and Dragons, which might be on someone's list. Number 2 is Wishing You Well. Number 1 is Karate Island.
That is so much
Selling Out is the
recency
chocolate
bias.
one.
The recency bias. Where is Band Geeks? I demand
Oh my
a
gosh.
recount.
Maybe.
Band Geeks. Let me look for it. Band Geeks was 38. One I love is Suds, which was 61, the one where SpongeBob gets sick. Chocolate with Nuts is only 45. Yeah.
What about the one where they make a new Krusty Krab, the chaotic crab, the cuddly crab? Like, what about that episode?
The curly, which one?
The one where they like Pearl and SpongeBob team up to make a new Krusty Krab.
Mhm.
The
Is it Fear of a
salad.
Krabby Patty?
Yes, probably.
No, this one looks spooky.
How is Karate Island number 1? I'm about to
Karate
try
Island's
time
not as
travel
bad as
and
SpongeBob.
beat the shit out of all the kids I voted. The taste level is undefined. Yeah, what
Yeah.
about Nasty Patty? What about that episode?
Yo, Ripped Pants didn't make it.
That is
Jellyfish
so fucked
Jam.
up.
All of these good episodes. Like I'm looking at the episodes up to date that didn't make it section of the Spongepedia. There's some of these that should have been there.
I'm literally gonna be sick.
Yeah. Squidville didn't make it. What?
Oh my god, Squidville. Because that one relates to the adults more than the kids.
Yeah.
Squidville.
I was always annoyed that Suds didn't make it higher.
Oh, what about
wait,
the one
where's
where they
the
rip the
pizza?
spatula from the grease?
Where's the pizza episode? Pizza delivery. Okay,
Oh.
29. Okay, that should have been higher. Pickles should have been higher. Bubble Buddy robbed.
For you and me.
The crusty cray, yeah. Pizza.
Navi, what's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
My favorite, probably the one episode, or was it a movie? I don't remember. Where they do the stadium, the marching band go into the stadium and sing the
Band
song.
Geeks.
Band Geeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I
have
want to put the
taste.
SpongeBob movie on this list too because you had to see that in theaters. But again, it was a theatrical.
How dare
release, it doesn't
you?
count.
How dare you take things off of my list before I even get to go?
Yeah, I
Adrian
wanted
didn't
to,
put
and
High
then I
School Musical
remembered
3.
it wasn't on TV. It premiered in a theater, and then I had to take it off.
Wait, does
the
it have to
list.
be does it have to be on TV? Because I was crisscross applesauce in the theater crying my eyes out when SpongeBob and Patrick were about to die.
We can
I'm
circle
a
back at the end and talk about the
goofy
movie
boomer, yeah.
misses because the Hannah Montana movie also is not eligible and High School Musical
Wait,
3.
for real?
Yes,
That was on my list. Oh my god, I did not understand the assignment. I must have been like picking my nose or something when you sent that voice memo with the
like that.
instructions.
All right, but Nicole, it is your turn. You get 2 picks. If this is where we want to stop, this will be your last pick.
I mean, okay. So now I
We can always
gotta
do a part 2.
reevaluate.
We can always do a part 2.
Okay. So as soon as you were like, you have to be there. So I guess I can't do the Miley and Mandy versus Selena Gomez and Demi drama. I guess that doesn't count. That was a YouTube video, but I guess YouTube videos are not eligible. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back to Nickelodeon. I guess we're still at Nickelodeon. This happens every year. The Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh,
Democracy for children. It's insane.
do y'all remember when Obama was about to get inaugurated and they had a Jonas Brothers concert live on TV like in 2009?
I was
What?
so jealous of Malia and Sasha because they got to invite the Joe Bros into the White House. I was like peeing my pants. I could have met Nick at that age. Like I wish my dad was president.
The
No,
Jonas
but yes.
Brothers at the president's inauguration. I remember I was not feeling well that day. I remember where I was. I was drinking some tea with honey. Oh, it was a time.
No ginger
But yes,
ale?
talk about the Kids' Choice Awards, Nicole. And who
So
was your
growing
favorite?
up-
Which year was your favorite Kids' Choice Awards?
Okay. The year that Katy Perry got slimed was kind of iconic. Isn't she like the one that almost died? She got slimed hard. But anyways, like my bestie growing up, her birthday was always like end of March. So she would always plan her birthday sleepover the same day as the Kids' Choice Awards. And when I tell you, we would be sitting crisscross applesauce in front of the TV as soon as dinner was over. We'd be eating our little ice cream, watching the award shows, and like did our votes actually matter? No, it was whoever was showing up to the awards. But was I not having fun? The year that Tony Hawk like went down a giant skateboard into the
Dude.
vat of slime,
Oh my
That was
god!
You
so
had
awesome.
to be there. Tony Hawk was that girl in the slime. If only I could be there. And then like when I went to the Nick Hotel when I was like 12 or 13 and they slime you with that fake slime, I was like, this is not what Tony
I
Hawk
really want
Wait,
to
you
immersed
went to
have
the
himself
hotel?
in.
surge so I could
Hell
get slimed.
No, yeah. They slimed everybody at 2 p.m. every day, but it
Oh
was
my
just like
goodness.
green water. I know that like Tony Hawk was in like a vat of that wasn't water what he jumped into on his skateboard. That was viscous. This is a science podcast now.
Nickelodeon's been in their slime era for years.
No, they stay sliming.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite throwaway lines from like NGOG is when Allie would be like, I'm in my slime era.
Me, my entire young adult life when I was watching Nickelodeon.
So my favorite was the 2007 Kids' Choice Awards because I remember seeing Gwen Stefani perform The Sweet Escape with Akon. And I was like, I need that song on iTunes. That was my first song I ever bought on iTunes.
No way, because
Ooh.
that album was the first album I've ever bought with my own money. The
We love to
Sweet
see
Escape
it.
album.
Beyonce got the most awards with 2. Let me look it up for. Favorite female singer and favorite song, Irreplaceable.
That was my favorite song in 2007. I would sing it on the
but
bus.
not gonna lie, Bad Day by Daniel Powder and Crazy by Gnarls Barkley both slapped as well.
What a stacked category. Music just hit different
Hips
back
Don't Lie
then.
also was in that category.
Star-studded.
Ooh.
Favorite video game, I forgot they used to do that too. Favorite book, How to Eat Fried Worms, nominated.
Great book.
Yes.
Island
Watched
of the
that
Blue
movie like 5
Dolphin.
times.
Harry
Don't know.
Potter
Pass.
series and a series of unfortunate events. Harry Potter one, of course.
It's giving
Uh,
transphobia from the children.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
To be fair, the children probably didn't know then.
Maybe
I don't think
now.
any of us knew.
Yeah.
Twitter wasn't a thing back then. We couldn't follow J.K.
True.
Rowling.
Oh, imagine 8-year-old Nicole on Twitter.
I mean, I did have Twitter like before, like I had Twitter in like 4th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would just tweet like my favorite YouTubers and be like, love the video.
Wow.
Like I don't want to go back and know who I was tweeting at. Probably like
Yeah.
some canceled people.
That's
Hey,
Probably.
Dawson.
Yes. Shamefully. I was like 7. I didn't know any better.
It's okay. I also fell for the
I mean, we all watched Dan Schneider shows. We didn't know
Yeah.
any better.
Yeah. And we had feet in on our television screen. There were feet in our face, and we didn't know any better. We were
Yeah.
none the wiser.
Yeah.
What was
All
in
right.
the video game category?
There is. That's video games. SpongeBob something won that year that I was talking about.
Okay.
As he should. I mean, SpongeBob was the only one showing up
Y'all
to the
remember the
awards
SpongeBob movie
ceremony.
computer game?
No.
No. Where,
Did you have to go to like the Manly Man town?
It was you follow the story, and then the hardest level was always when you have to go. You know, in the movie when they get the ice cream lady, and they have to traverse the bones. That was
She's
the hardest level.
scary.
Yeah, she'd be scary.
That's my sleep paralysis demon.
Mhm. Same. All right, Nicole, where are you taking us with your last pick?
Oh, this is so sad. I mean, I was gonna do
There's always a
another
part
Disney
2.
Channel one, but I can't do the Hannah Montana movie. Honorable mention the Bone Dance from Hannah Montana. That was
Doing
iconic.
Bone
The Bone
Dance.
Dance. I don't know any of the names of the bones, but I know that that was the TikTok dance before TikTok was a thing. I don't know if this was cultural appropriation-y, but if it is, I'm so sorry. The iCarly movie when they go to Japan, I go to Tokyo
Ooh. That's
for the
your pick?
iWeb Awards. That is my pick.
Yes,
Nice.
that's a great pick. It was on my list. iCarly, the premiere was on my list as well. iCarly.
Oh, yeah.
The crossover with Victorious, the I Fight
When
Shelby
Fred-
Mars also episode. The I Say Freddy.
No, not Fred and Sam kissing.
Mhm.
But I was talking
Were you
about
a
Fred,
Freddy
like,
girly or a
hates
Freddy
Fred.
girly?
Yeah, no, the episode with Fred, with David Archuleta, Michelle Obama was there.
Michelle
They had
Obama.
One Direction was there. Like I miss like
They had
Miranda.
Elvis himself, Austin Butler, in the second episode.
Remember? Oh, that episode is so funny. The fact that he couldn't sing.
And now he's an Oscar-nominated actor.
He
For
clearly
playing a
can
guy
sing.
who
And didn't
sings.
give this Nessa Hudgens her credit for telling him he should be in an Elvis movie.
Mhm.
She is that girl. She is that girl.
Nicole, were you a SETI girly or a Credits girly?
I always shipped Carly and Freddie because, like, when I saw Sam kiss Freddie, I'm like, this is unnatural. This is not right. Sam would never. Also, Jane Lynch being Sam's mom, iconic. Oh my
Honestly,
God.
perfect. Could not pick a better person.
And like, you know, I read the Jeanette McCurdy book. Hate that she had a bad experience, but like, I remember it fondly, so I have to include it.
Yeah.
My mom read the Jeanette McCurdy book.
I need to read it still. My friend sent me
It was a
copy of
really
it.
good book. Really good
Yeah.
book.
She got a book deal
As she should. Get that. She needs that bag. She
for
deserves that
fictional
bag.
storytelling.
As she should. As she should.
I'd
Yes.
love to see it. AJ, were you a SETI girly or a Credit girly?
I hated both.
AJ was probably a Neville and Carly shipper.
I hated Neville. Honestly, the idea of children getting together did nothing for me.
Thank you. I'm
We
the
were also
same way.
children.
Freddie did nothing for me. Carly did nothing for me. Sam was 5 stars, but like none of them together.
You know, AJ was walking around with a butter
Sam?
sock too.
You know.
Yeah, no, Sam is even funnier. Like sometimes I'll have iCarly on in the background while I'm making dinner. And I'm like, Sam, you icon. I did have iCarly on when I cut my finger and had to go to the urgent care when I was just being stupid and cutting some pork. And
And I blame Neville.
to be fair, Neville wasn't in that episode, so I'm blaming Lubert.
I have said
Lubert!
you rue the day multiple times in my life.
I do
say
say that often.
daily.
That was my first episode of iCarly. You rue the day. All right. So up next, I have a couple things left, and since this is my last turn, I'm surprised. I think I'm gonna take the one that I was worried. I'm between two. And
Take it.
since y'all are here and I'm gonna talk this out, I am between the Wizards of Waverly Place movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I am between the spring break episode of Zoe 101 with the
Great
tech mate.
episode. Oh,
I
my
will
God.
be 80 still wanting my tech mate.
Interesting.
And I want the episode where they do the scooters. I wanted one of those
Oh,
scooters too.
the little Vespas.
The Vespa
Nicole,
scooters.
when you come to Los Angeles, we're gonna go and we're gonna do a Pepperdine tour. But we're gonna be like, "Where's the Zoe 101 stuff?"
I would like to see Sushi Rocks IRL.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, "Is Sushi Rocks real?" We're gonna be like, "Oh, we're thinking about doing grad school here, but really, we thought this was a tourist attraction for Zoe 101 fans." I'm kind of annoyed that Victoria Justice is like, "I'm unemployed, but I'm not that unemployed to go back to the movie."
Well, also, like, I wouldn't want to hang out with Jamie Lynn Spears in my free time.
Valid, that is valid.
No, but like
That is valid. That is valid.
No,
If
but
they
like,
don't have Coco, though, I'm upset.
how's that not the most amazing line of the year so far? Like, I'm unemployed, but I'm not that unemployed.
I'm between these two, but I think I remember watching the Zoe 101 spring break thing, but I remember sitting crisscross applesauce more vividly for the Wizards of Waverly Place movie. So I'm gonna take that. Have some diversity between networks. Otherwise, I'd just be a Nickelodeon stan here, which I am. But we love all the networks. Nicole was like, "I'm offended. I have to turn my camera off." AJ, what do you think of the Wizards of Waverly Place movie?
Another movie I had on DVD. Like I was so hyped for this. Like, I don't remember much of the plot. I'm gonna be $1.50 with you, but I was there.
I can tell you the plot. It's when they wish that their parents had never met, and then they're getting erased, so they have to go like reverse the curse in this like weird little cavern in Puerto Rico.
I remember them standing outside like a motel room, and like Alex was like basically crying. And I was
The
like,
color, the saturation on that movie popped off, like so much brighter and more like sunshine vibes than you could see the budget pull through.
Oh yeah.
No, and the acting was top notch. Selena Gomez put her whole
Andy nominated
into
actress.
it.
Her whole what?
I'm trying to make Russo and Ussi a thing, but I can't do it.
Wait, it's an Emmy award-winning movie.
As it should be.
It is.
Come through, AJ. Read us the facts.
It is the second most watched Disney Channel original movie.
High School Musical 2, right?
Yep, and won the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Children's Program.
As it should. Period.
Primetime, not even daytime. That's huge.
And it was also nominated for an NAACP Image Award.
Wow.
They said
Happy Black History Month. Thanks.
Oh, nice. Wait.
I can't find it on the Primetime Emmy Awards.
How close is Selena Gomez to getting an EGOT now?
Selena Gomez, I mean, she needs a Tony. Does she have a Grammy?
It was at the 62nd Primetime Emmy Awards that they won it.
Well, she's also an Emmy-nominated actress for Ahmet
Only
B.
Murders.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was Emmy-nominated for Best Supporting Actress, I want to say.
Well, her and the Sea deserve a Grammy. I mean, A Year Without Rain. Naturally. The way I was at junior prom just shaking my ass to all of A Year Without Rain.
You are the thunder and I
am the lightning. Taste.
Yeah.
Taste.
Team Selena in everything she does. We stand.
I mean, same.
Navi, any thoughts on the Wizards of Waverly Place movie? The WAP movie?
Get a bucket and a mop, because
That's a wet-ass movie.
yes.
All right, Navi, speaking of you, we're going back to you for your final pick. Tell us where the weeb stuff is.
Okay, so this is technically an anime.
Oh.
This is something that many people were wondering if this would ever happen. And it did happen somewhat recently.
I think I know.
I'm intrigued.
You know, even people who weren't even really following the show were invested in this. I'm talking about in November of this past year, when our boy, perpetually 10 years old, Ash Ketchum, finally becomes the world champion, and he will no longer appear in future Pokemon episodes.
I mean, happy for him, but how dare he?
What do you mean, how dare he? He did what he needed to do.
He could be 10 for longer.
Like, Nicole, could you imagine being 10 forever? First off, but also terrifying.
Being
Timmy
10 for
Turner is
25
killing it.
years. Yeah.
Right.
Is Timmy Turner killing it? He wasn't in the Fairly Odd Parents show from last year that we don't talk about, right?
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
I
No,
forgot
but-
it existed, so I wouldn't have talked about it anyway.
It's not canon.
Is
Mhm.
Pikachu retiring too, or are we going to follow the world through his eyes?
I think they just made up 2 new characters.
Pikachu didn't consent to retirement.
Well, maybe he'll finally evolve into a Raichu. Maybe he'll finally get the shiny stone, and Ash will finally optimize his Pokemon better and make them strong. The fact that he didn't evolve Pikachu is why he lost all those years.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a fact.
Yeah, I'm just happy that he can finally age normally again.
Yes. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon movie? And why is it
Movie?
or a Pokemon episode? Some Pokemon Johto, best theme song. Don't at me. I stand by my choice in the bracket.
Interesting.
We're all just like
Agree,
sitting here
disagree.
twiddling our thumbs. I thought you were gonna ask best Pokemon. I was gonna say
No,
Glameow.
I'm trying to see what is.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite Pokemon movie is Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea.
See, Nicole does give Glameow girly.
But
I mean,
Pokemon
she
does
is
need the Oscars
fierce.
for a second.
Mhm.
See,
And
I
speaking of
thought
not-
you were gonna say Milk Tank, Nicole.
Milk Tank. No, I'm not deep in the lore like that.
Mm.
You know, Google Milk Tank if you don't know what it is, or Licky Licky.
Licky. I don't want my.
Why would
I
you
don't
just
want to
say
see.
that? Get out of here.
Licky Licky's cute.
Okay, if that's a Pokemon, that's good. I didn't
It
want there to
is.
be any suggestive content on my timeline.
Licky
And then he
is
evolved
not
to
cute.
Licky Tongue, right, Navi?
It's pink.
Wait.
Yeah.
He's
Pink
giving.
does not mean cute.
Oh
Licky Licky is
I
the
love
hashtag for
him.
this episode.
no, he's giving. He's giving. I love.
Let's
Thank you,
cosplay as
Nicole.
Licky Tongue and Licky Licky.
I mean, happy Halloween. It's coming early
Happy
this
Pride.
year.
You can give
Happy
yourself
Pride.
that sick pompadour that Licky has.
No, my favorite Pokemon is Mudkip through and through. He was my first starter in a video game.
He's cute.
adorable.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right, AJ, are you gonna close us out?
Sure.
And then we'll do some honorable mentions. If we do a part 2, we can also do that. But AJ, close us out. What is the
So-
last thing that you had to be there for our episode 150 extravaganza?
So I'm gonna give some honorable mentions. First off, we already talked about Nickelodeon's Worldwide Day of Play. That was a moment. Also, honorable mention to Cartoon Network, the Alien Invasion, where they were hyping it up for all the.
That's not the
Yeah.
live action one, right? Fuck the live
No.
action.
No. But I think, and also I had on there was the launch of Disney XD, with the premiere of Phineas and Ferb starting it off. But I'm gonna go back to a tried and true SpongeBob SquarePants episode.
Period.
And I don't know which one I want to pick,
Mhm.
but I am going to go with the saddest of the bunch.
Aw.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Oh, you're more than a pet. You're my best friend. Sorry, I had to
Like-
go full Frank Sinatra there.
Well, I'm glad you did, because oh my god, that was the SpongeBob episode that tug at the heartstrings for me. They were hyping it up to hell and back, and I think it was like one of the better ones. SpongeBob episodes, in my humble opinion. The trauma that Gary went through having to be with that old woman, I could. It's a shame, and the heart that's. See, children, this was a lesson to feed your pets. Just feed them.
Mhm.
I don't care what you think you're doing. Feed your pets, or they will be gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is up there in
Yeah,
terms of
love that.
saddest episodes, up there with Bye Bye Butterfree.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Too soon.
Uh-huh.
Also, when Timmy Turner was scared that Wanda and Cosmo he was gonna in Channel Chasers, which was on my list.
Mhm.
Tales of Ba Sing Sang,
Mhm.
also a sad cartoon episode. Yeah. Any other sad episodes?
I will tell you something I was sad about.
This dog interrupting my podcast.
you
is
better
very sad.
feed that dog.
Don't-
I'm coming for Gucci. and feeding him because AJ clearly doesn't.
But oh, that was my package. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was very disappointed with the episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where they were hyping up that he was getting married, and then it was led up to nothing.
Yeah.
that was very sad for me.
But it was funny though.
I was ready for that man to get married.
We wanted that sponge to elope.
We wanted him to settle down, have some kids. Get out of your abusive work environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, SpongeBob needs to ask for to join a union. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go around the horn and do some honorable mentions, and then I'll read the final list that we have here. So, AJ, do you want to start with your honorable mentions? You can name as many or as
I
little.
already did my honorable mentions. Did you not listen to me?
I did, but I was wondering if you had more.
I love to hear from you. That's why.
Also, the Code Name Kids Next Door episode, where they had the older people take over the headquarters.
Yes.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
All right, Navi, any honorable mentions for you?
Yeah, Bye Bye Butterfree is one of them. I know we kind of chat on it earlier, but the Sweet Life on Deck finale was pretty sad.
I cried.
Yeah,
absolute tears.
Yes. What else? The Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends finale was pretty good too.
On my list was also the cheese episode.
The cheese episode was really good.
Let's get together, Nicole, sometime and watch that episode when we are have been partaking.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm back on the old horse, I'll be riding that horse all the way to HBO Max so I can watch that.
Yes. Let's do it. So any other episodes, Navi?
No, that's about it.
All right, Nicole, do you want to go? We'll save you for last, since we'll go in the order.
More time for me to think.
Okay. So we got Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana, which we referenced, but we didn't actually draft. The Zoe 101 Spring Break episode comes to mind. The Victorious premiere, I was pretty hyped for.
That was good.
Which came after the Kids' Choice Awards. Actually, the Danny Phantom premiere and Avatar premieres were also on my list because I was a day one girly for both of those shows. Total Drama World Tour. I was so hyped for that.
Classic.
Channel Chasers from Fair.
That was going to be mine. I should have went first.
And then some Danny Phantom episodes also are the Ultimate Enemy, and then the series finale of Danny Phantom, and the Avatar premiere. And then there's also the Avatar episode where they lose Appa. That was a big one. It was like a two-parter that night. And then in terms of Cartoon Network, I had Teen Titans, also The Trouble in Tokyo, but I also had the Teen Titans East versus Teen Titans West season 3 finale with Cyborg.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Where the Bumblebee and Aqualad and Masi Menos and is the last one Kid Green Arrow, the other guy. They all got mind possessed by like the other bad people. So that was
AJ just saw a ghost.
No, I got some good news. First, Viola Davis is now an EGOT winner.
Yeah!
Happy Black History Month!
Yes!
She ate.
We love that.
Maybe.
Best audio book. Come on, Queen.
And it was really good. I listened to it. She has an amazing life, and I love her. Everyone support Viola Davis, buy her book.
Support her,
even though she doesn't really need any more support. She's an EGOT winner. Fuck y'all.
Go watch The Woman King back in theaters this month.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm first in line.
A snub film from the what's that thing called? The Oscars.
Yes, let's see what the AMC Black History Month movies are.
Oh shit! Now I forgot all of my.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
AJ, what else were you excited about?
Viola Davis.
Oh, just that was it. Okay, I thought that was.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh no! Oh, I had another honorable mention. It was the episode before the finale of Total Drama Island, where you were voting for either Gwen or Owen Toyn.
Oh. And AJ's vote did not go through because Owen won.
There was campaigns at my elementary school. Like, why you should vote?
Go on. You should have shared this on the Total Drama Island podcast. Wait, so talk about the campaign.
I talked about Lashana, the legend, the icon. Huh?
Robbed Queen.
Very, very much. Yeah. But I was very much team Gwen, especially during after school, right? We would like have like these factions where on one side of the cafeteria that the people who wanted Gwen and the other side Owen. It was like an Iowa caucus where we would like try to convince people to come to our side. Like,
Can I guess the demographics of the Owen stands? Were they a lot of white boys?
no. Well, yes, there
Oh.
were like white boys, but like I also didn't go to an elementary school with a lot of white kids. So
Okay.
Oh my gosh, same.
I went to I can't relate. I went to an elementary school that was primarily white and Asian, so I had a lot of identity issues. But that's for another podcast.
That's for the therapy podcast.
That's for my therapy podcast. I'm actually going to start doing therapy on podcasting. No, I'm kidding. That would be chaotic. Honestly,
No, I'm
if anyone
down.
wants to do it, my life is too private for that. But if anyone wants to reach out and like have their therapy sessions on podcasts, let's do it. I'm here. I'm here for the coin.
I could use it. You know, I like talking about my feelings.
You're like, as long as it's free, I'll do it.
For real. Y'all accept Aetna?
All right, Nicole, what are your honorable mentions, Miss Girly, besides Really Big Shrimp?
Oh, of course. That's first in line. I mean, Drake and Josh Christmas movie was iconic too.
Yes.
Made me cry.
You know, Bailey Madison, one of the most punchable faces in media, but she ate that role. The little girl, if y'all don't know, Bailey Madison. Whatever episode of iCarly where spaghetti tacos were introduced.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Like, I kind of want one right now. Even though I had pasta for lunch though, so I don't know. I'm not like going on a run or anything. Like, I don't need all that energy. I'm just going to sleep after this.
But you know,
Nicole,
the one night when my family made tacos, and I was like, I'm taking a shell, I'm saving it, and then I made some ramen noodles the next day. So I was like, baby.
As you should.
Nicole, is Leo Little's Big Show premiere on your list?
Oh, I was gonna say Disney Channel 365. And pass the plate.
Pass the plate.
Yes.
Yes.
You had to be there for the
Navi, did they have
commercial.
Pass the Plate in Canada?
I don't remember it, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, Brenda Song's
big-
3-minute cooking world traveling cooking show.
And she would like pass the plate to people from like Disney Channel Japan, and then they would be like, "This is how you make sushi," and then and it would be like the most generic food possible.
Yes.
Nicole, how would you feel if I told you that Bailey Madison is only 1 year younger than you?
I don't follow her on TikTok. I see her on TikTok often. So I'm like, oh, she's getting these brand deals, like even more reason to hate her. But like I have no reason to hate her. It's just like her face. Like when I see her show up, some shit's gonna go down.
Nicole wants to punch this child.
23-year-old child. I'll see you.
She wanted to punch her as a child too.
Style.
Any other honorable mentions that we're not thinking of? Anything? I mean, last year this wasn't something because I had work, but the Arthur finale. Also the Rugrats crossover with the Wild Thornberrys.
Yes, Rugrats movie when they go to Paris.
Yes, those
my
things
God.
would not have survived. They caused too much destruction in Paris. They would have died. But
yeah, and Rugrats Hanukkah special.
All Grown Up, the premiere.
Oh yes.
Code Lyoko.
Bisexuals rise.
As Nicole calls them. Remember on the podcast when Nicole was like, Code Lyoko was queer representation.
I just pulled that out of my ass.
You're like, were they non-binary?
Yeah, wait, that's what I said, not bisexual. I said if you were a Code Lyoko stan, it's likely that you're non-binary now. But
I mean, she's not wrong.
Is Nicole ever wrong?
on occasion, and by occasion, most occasions.
All right. Do we have anything else to add to this podcast, or should we save the rest for part 2, whenever that may be?
Save the rest for my therapist.
Yeah.
On the next episode, we do free therapy.
Episode. Here, no, we should actually, transparency with the listeners. This will be episode 150, but we're recording it out of order just for scheduling conveniences. But maybe I'll bump episode 149 to be Nicole and her therapist. So this is something you can laugh about.
They'll be like, "Oh, Nicole, you seem really happy. You were just crying in the last episode." And then they get this part, and they're like, "Oh, that was because it's out of order."
Yes. All right, let's start going around the horns. Does anyone have anything else to say about this topic, or should we start plugging?
I've had enough thoughts for one day.
Yeah. Let's do some plugs. Like SpongeBob had to plug all his holes when he got sick with those
with the suds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go to AJ first. AJ, what is your pop culture plug, as well as what else are you doing? Where can people keep up with you?
You can follow me on Twitter at the Kid Norris. That's where I retweet any podcast I'm doing. Also on the Brazilian Dragons, babies.
As soon as I finish recording this, it is being uploaded because it is edited. I just have forgot to upload it.
So we're back, baby, with more Pretty Little Liars. Two Can't Keep Secret. Me and the Great J. Talking about stopping pedophilia, basically.
Period. End it.
I still don't know what's going on in that show.
I sometimes don't know what's happening on the podcast either, but it's a grand old time.
Navi, just listen. We're gonna have a good time. You don't even have to follow the show.
AJ, I don't know if Jay is okay with me. It's not a spoiler, but if you rearrange the letters of Allison's last name, it spells the word Liars United. I don't know if you know that.
De Laurentiis?
Wait, really?
You can spell Liars United by rearranging the letters of her last name.
Ooh.
And maybe Jay will text me and be like, "What the hell, man?" But it's
That's
not
some
a
free
spoiler.
form
It's
bullshit.
just a fun fact.
I like Liars United. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the bet.
Yes. Liars United is what AJ called me today when I told Nicole and Navi we weren't talking about Jump In. And what is your pop culture plug? Like something that is current TV, movie, music wide that you think everyone should be checking out?
Well, I'm not going to say anything out of the left field because the only thing I'm keeping up with right now is The Last of Us. Great show. Watch it on
tonight,
HBO.
baby.
Huh?
New episode tonight, baby.
I'm excited. On time. A lot of sad people are dying. A lot of happy people are dying.
Okay, I'm from Boston. This stresses me out. This show.
Should it? Yes.
Well, also, I saw a meme recently that was like, 10 miles west of Boston is not this middle of the road. It's a market basket. And I was like, period. The Boston girlies know.
It's a Dunkin' Donuts. That's
It's
my
okay.
knowledge of Boston.
Right next to the market basket.
It's fine.
All right, Miss Navi, what do you have going on these days?
You can follow me on social media at Cause I'm Navi. Specifically, follow me on Letterboxd and then bully me into watching more movies so I can make more reviews. Yeah. As for my pop culture plug,
Plug. You missed the plug.
wait, what plug? Oh yeah, Phineas and Ferb. You can listen to me on What You Doing. Well, I thought you were gonna plug it, so I'm like, well, he's got it.
Well, you're gonna do that part of the work for me today.
Okay, fine. You
Felipe.
can also listen to.
I was gonna say Navi's unionizing right now.
Yeah, I am. Me and Will, AJ, Nicole, join me.
Join the Brazilian Dragon Union.
Yeah, you
Like
can
Navi, I'm
also-
not getting paid enough, so I really should.
Yeah, I know. I feel you, dude. Yeah, you can listen to us on What You Doing, a Phineas and Ferb rewatch podcast. We haven't been super on top of getting a regular schedule, but we're working on it. So keep an eye out on that. And for my pop culture plug, the new Puss in Boots movie was pretty sick. So go watch
I
it.
need to see it.
I heard it was really good.
I need to see it still. It's on my list.
That's the word on the street.
Yeah.
And by the
like how-
word on the street, I mean Navi's opinion.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I need to ask Naomi what she thinks about the Movie Pass resurgence. I'm sure she has.
It's
thoughts.
back?
Yeah, Movie Pass is back apparently.
Ooh.
And where have I been?
By the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably be dead already.
It's been canceled.
Yes, and so the Puss in Boots movie, The Last of Us. Nicole, what are you up to these days? What is behind the secret? And what is your pop culture plug? And is it Kate Chastain?
Captain Lee? Oh my god, no, I won't say traitors. That's too apt. I mean, whatever.
I just watched it, so it's top of mind. So
Yeah, no, it's valid. And Andy is hosting the reunion. Hopefully we see Suri at BravoCon next year. That would be
oh my
iconic.
god, would take a bullet for that woman.
Love my mom. Anyways, I'm on social media, behind the secret, all platforms. Haven't made a TikTok in a while. Maybe I should like be an influencer because
Oh,
like
you can
having a
make a
job.
TikTok about this podcast episode.
I could. I just need to find like the most
Throw your
mentally
ass
ill-
to the Ben 10 theme song and be like, listen to the Brazilian Dragon podcast.
Yeah, do that licky move.
not the
Licky
licky
licky.
tongue. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
And then you put a little graphic of licky licky in the background.
I'm not a Photoshop girly. I can barely get out of bed in the morning. You think I'm out here doing graphics on my TikToks?
Listen, sometimes you do what you can.
No, valid. I guess for a pop culture moment, besides the Jeanette McCurdy and the Viola Davis memoirs, listen to the new SZA album. It's giving.
Yes.
We do love SZA.
We love SZA in this house. Yeah, so in terms of the Brazilian Dragon podcast, we are back, baby. Recently we did Brazilian Dragon Game 7. That's the last thing I recorded before this. On the list is between this, by the time you hear this episode, you should be able to check out a Si Se Puede edition and a Marvel 2022 recap. Also, AJ, we got to get your thoughts on that at some point. We'll do a second pod for Marvel 2022.
Just for AJ.
Just for AJ. We'll do part 1 with Daniel Strong, part 2 with AJ Norris. And maybe Jay will join us again, and they can get in a fight about Tony Hawk and Tony Stark and Tony Norris. In terms of the other stuff I'm up to, I started a Substack. If you want to know what I'm up to each month with some media recommendations, as well as this first month was talking about my trip to Brazil. It is BrazilianDragon.substack.com. If you want to subscribe, just put your email. You'll get the monthly newsletter. I might be doing something on another network soon. TBD, I don't know. Details to be determined. And Phineas and Ferb, like Navi mentioned. And some more podcast shenanigans in the near future. I want to do more stuff on YouTube, so check out the Brazilian Dragon YouTube channel as well. And follow on all social media platforms, Brazil Dragon Pod. Or you can follow me. My main is at What the Fleep. And my pop culture plug is You. Season 4 comes out this week.
Oh, I thought
Tanya
you were saying
and Marissa...
we as a collective were the pop culture plug.
What? Oh, yes. AJ, Nicole, and Navi are all the pop culture plug. But Netflix's You also is my pop culture plug, as well as LaTanya and Marissa's podcast coverage. We love to see LaTanya and Marissa together. It is one of my favorite podcast combos. And in this house, we stand them. But You is... I was like, oh, am I really going to watch You for LaTanya? And I was like, yes, I am. So I did it, and I got hooked. I love it. I'm so excited for the new season. My rankings are 2, 3, 1. If anyone wants to talk, let's chat about it. Nicole, are you a You girly? You give You girly.
No, I only recently got Netflix, so like I got to catch up. Even though
Nicole was getting Netflix right when they were like cracking down on shared accounts.
I know, and I'm like, I just like committed to this, and now I have to quit out of solidarity. I hate it here.
But check out You. I think you would be a You girly. AJ, are you a You girly?
I stopped after season 2.
Yeah. Well, DM me what made you quit.
Okay.
Navi, we love Navi in this house. Also, I don't think Navi is a You girly, but you never know.
No, you're correct. I'm a me girly. I like myself.
She likes her self-care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have thoughts on this episode, anything we missed, tweet at us. You can find all of us on social media. Despite Twitter's best efforts, it's still kicking around. They tried to ban Navi, and she came back. They tried to cause all this chaos, and still people are tweeting. So I don't know. Twitter seems to be existing. Find us there. Until next time, everyone. Thank you for listening to 150 episodes of this chaotic podcast series. I've loved every single step of the way. Obrigadero for listening. #licky licky.
Bye.
Bye.